What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning into this episode of English Chicks, where I review your favorite Turkish series with and without English subtitles. And today I want to talk to you about Afili Ask episode. Oh my gosh, I always never know the episode. Well, I'll make sure to post it here. And so we just got into this episode where Aisha and Kerem are in the courtroom, and there's a decision about to be made about whether they can get divorced or not. And then we have Volkan, who kind of goes through this nervous breakdown. He's afraid he's going to go to jail, and kind of like the judge can see through what's going on and realizes that maybe they really shouldn't be getting a divorce, so she postpones the hearing. And so in order to prove their case, they need to go and see a therapist in order for the therapist to deem, yes, they're incompatible and they can't be together. Now, of course, this pisses off Jada because Jada wants them to be separated as soon as possible. But still, you know, Kerem and Aisha, they're not feeling too bad about it, but yet they're not being very vocal with each other about it. And then we see Muhsin Baba and Yelda. They're both like going through a really difficult stage because Muhsin sees this letter written. It's signed letter R. He doesn't know who it's from. And he's trying to find out from Yilda. Yilda's like, hey, I don't need to explain myself to you. I didn't try to cheat on you. I did love you. I do love you and all that stuff. But this kind of accusation pisses her off. Of course, Kerem, he's in the same thing. So basically, this whole episode is Kerem and Aisha still dealing with their own issues, but at the same time trying to help Kerem's parents. And so, you know, Muhsin Baba goes to a club, they go after him, Aisha ends up getting drunk, and she says the entire thing about Jada, but then when Kerem finally shows up, she doesn't say anything because she can't remember. But then she tells him that she wants him to tell the therapist that she was in it for his money. But then she doesn't remember this. So when they actually do go to the therapist and he says this, she's heartbroken, which was so sweet to see. Like, she played that part really good. I couldn't tell if she was joking or not, but then when I found out like this is a serious thing, like she's not joking, I was like, wow, she did a pretty good job portraying that she was sad because she really thought that he felt that way, even though she was the one that did it. But then, like, he's like, would I ever upset you? I wouldn't do that. And then, like, she's crying and hugging him. And so even the therapist now is like, okay, well, maybe they're not incompatible and maybe they really do love each other, because it's not like he's angry about what he said. He's actually repentful because she didn't remember that she told him to say that. And so I thought that was really sweet in the episode. And then moving on, they end up, the whole family ends up gathering in the living room, and Rafet is there, and Kerem thinks that Rafet is the R that signed the letter that was to his mother, and it turned out to be Yilda's brother, whose name starts with an R. I don't know if it's also Rafet, but I know that the name starts with an R. And he wrote that letter before leaving to go to the army, also before Yilda got married. But Kerem, of course, was jumping to conclusions and almost said something stupid. And in order to save him from saying something stupid, Aisha gave him a kiss. Now, I wish the kiss was a little bit more passionate, but it was very, still. I think it was done that way so that she can get the point across for him not to say anything, but then also for people to be like, oh, okay, but still respecting the culture. So I thought that was a sweet part of the episode. Very cute, They're getting closer and closer. She did end up finding that Kerem was the one that made the little paper mache swan. He made the paper thing. And so she found that out. And now I think the next episode is going to be about his feeling, her knowing and trying to get him to confess that that he was the one that kissed her. He was her first kiss, and that they got married. I don't think they're going to end up getting the divorce. A lot of things are getting in the way to stopping that. Now, Volkan, he's got his own issues with this psychotic girl. I mean, if that girl comes back, she is really nuts. Honestly, I think that they should have fought. There should have been a fight there. I don't know, she was like, I'm going to read you police rules and all that stuff. I thought she was going to throw some hands, but she didn't throw no hands. She needed to yank that girl's hair and throw her out the apartment. But yeah, we'll see, you know. We'll see what happens with that situation. And then you have the daughter-in-law, Aisha's sister-in-law, who's like going through some things because she's afraid that Erkut is gonna marry this girl with the blue hair and she can't stand it, so she dyes her hair. That girl crazy. And finally, when her man wants to lay down, she can't do it because her hair's a mess and she don't want him to find out. That was so funny because you know she was mad, guys. You know she was mad. She'd been trying to get her husband, you know, to have some fun with her. And finally, when he wants to do it, she can't do nothing. So she's pissed off about that. But then she also doesn't want this daughter-in-law. I think she feels like the daughter-in-law being educated and all that stuff is kind of putting her on the back end, but she really shouldn't feel that way because, you know, they love her just for how she is, but she's going to have to figure that part out. I think it was a very nice episode. Every time I watch Afili Ask, I love it because they're such a, like, they have bad moments, but it's not so bad where you're, like, so heartbroken. And they keep it light and funny, and that's what I really love about this show. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments below, and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye! Hey guys, don't forget to comment below, share this video, and if you want to see more, subscribe.